my name is Beth Gagliardi, and I'm an independent consultant and executive national vice president with Arbonne. I'm going to share with you guys a little bit about my story and how I actually got started in my Arbonne business. Many years ago, I was invited to an Arbonne home presentation when I lived in Norman, Oklahoma. We went to that presentation, you guys, because we were going to get some really good Mexican food from scratch. So don't feel bad if you've ever gone to one for the food, because we did. But when I walked away that night, I learned a lot about Arbonne's products, and I learned about reading labels. And back then, I'd never heard about being a label reader. And I remember going home that night and pulling all the products out from underneath my sink and learning and seeing that all of them had these ingredients that this Arbonne consultant said I should stay away from. So I was really excited to try Arbonne's products and become an Arbonne user. But I'm gonna rewind a little bit. That night, as we drove home to pick up our 4 kids from my mom's house where she was watching them, my husband started talking about Arbonne, and he started telling me how this was something I should do. See, the consultant that night had mentioned that she could teach and train us how to make an extra $500 a month. Now, to some of you, $500 a month might not sound like a lot, but for us as a family of 6, it was a game changer. You see, my husband was working 3 different jobs, and sometimes 7 days a week, and sometimes that rolled into evenings. He was a senior pastor of a church full-time. He was also a chaplain for the sheriff's department, and he also was a handyman, and sometimes on his days off in the evenings. So needless to say, we were a busy family of 6. I also homeschooled all 4 of our kids, and then I was a busy senior pastor's wife. So time was a little crunched, but what was more frustrating about not having enough time was not having enough time with our whole family. So an extra $500 a month was going to guarantee my husband 1 day off a week. And so that's where he was coming from. But as soon as he told me I should check this out, I will tell you guys, I was not excited about his suggestion. I said, no way, not happening, not ever, not me. I don't do these types of businesses. And you guys, I was completely closed off to the concept. I told him I've never sold anything in my life. Like, how could I be a salesperson? That gal at that presentation was super outgoing, laughing, talking to everybody. You know me. When I get in front of a room of people that I don't know, I clam up. I become very shy, very introverted. I mean, I had every excuse known to man, you guys. I was worried about what people were gonna think of me. There were so many things that I threw at him, but my husband really challenged me. He said, Beth, he said, you've got to think outside the box. He's like, why don't you just pray about it and see if it's something you're supposed to do? So I will tell you guys that was December of 2003, and January of 2004, I was sitting next to that consultant signing up in my Arbonne business. One of the things I am so grateful for about this business is that you don't have to know anything about this industry until you sign up. That every skill set you need to be successful, we get taught. That I sat down, nervous as all get out, petrified on what was to come, but that consultant who sponsored me walked me through the stages of success and how to be successful. So I was able to help my husband get that guaranteed day off every week, and then it turned into many more years later. So I thank you guys for taking time to listen to my story. I hope it's inspired you, and I hope you decide to join us.